Back at y'all with another one. All right, so today we got a pretty crazy aphid infestation on my Thai chilies. So it is pretty crazy, but there is a way that we can manage it. We're gonna use two things today. It is gonna be a little bit of a process getting it off. We're not gonna be able to get everything in one day. So what we're gonna use today is a toothbrush and some scissors. And of course, something to put all our leaves in and all the stuff we're gonna get rid of. So let's hop straight into it. Also, one more thing, you need some gloves. All right, so we're gonna first start off by cutting off all the peppers that are infested with the aphids, which is about 70% of them. We also want to get rid of any little peppers like these right here that are already dying off. They ain't gonna do nothing anyway. This one right here, this one ain't really got too many bugs on it, so we can leave that one for now. Little ones like this one gotta go. So yeah, the main reason how it got this bad is simply just because I've been lacking on IPM, haven't been, spraying no neem oils, no essential oils lately, haven't been foliar feeding my plants, and really just been neglecting them. Haven't been pruning. As you can see, there's a whole lot of leaves and branches everywhere, so that's perfect habitat for these bugs. So yeah, just poor IPM on my part, to be honest, is how it got like this. But it's all right. We bounced back before. So what I'm also gonna do after this is, I'm gonna start foliar spraying, because you can also use water to pretty much like shoot them off. They're not like attached to the branch or nothing, so like easy water spray can easily knock them off. So within the next week or two, every other day, every 3 days, I'm gonna hit them with a little foliar spray with some essential oils, and I'm also gonna spray them down with water, and that'll really help out after I get rid of this foliage and everything, because getting rid of this foliage is giving them less room and less habitat, less of a home for them to breed and do what they can do. And the water is just gonna shoot them off the leaves. We're gonna feed the leaves through the stomata, because the stomata is on the bottom of the leaves and they're the pores. So foliar feeding does a host of good things for your plant other than just IPM. I don't know if y'all can see in there, we got a whole bunch of spider webs and shit got to get rid of. That's all bad. That's prime habitat for these bugs. So we gotta make sure we get rid of that. All right, so now we trimmed off some of the foliage and we trimmed off some of the peppers. The reason why we did that is to get rid of a good amount of the aphids, and also you want to open up your plants and have air flowing through them, because the aphids don't like air. They don't like, because they don't like a harsh environment. It's like, it's like having 50-mile-an-hour winds blowing at you all day. You don't like that. You want to be in the house with, a cool environment. So when you have a whole bunch of leaves on top of each other and a whole bunch of branches, it minimizes all the wind blowing through your plant. So it's a good environment for a whole lot of bugs to breed and live a bug's life. So what we did was we made it harder for them to thrive in here. So we got rid of a good amount of foliage, so that way we can have a whole lot of airflow flowing through our plant, thus promotes more growth, stronger stems, and helps eliminate bugs because they don't like that windy environment. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our toothbrush, and for all the little bugs that we see that we missed, like this one right here, and all the bugs that we can see that we missed, we're just gonna get our toothbrush and brush them off. Might take a couple passes. It might still be stuck on there, but you can get a good amount of them. You can get a good amount of them off without stressing the leaves out. I'm just gonna go around the whole plant and get in them little nooks and crannies, get on all the stems, all the branches, underneath the leaves, on top of the leaves. You're basically brushing the plant. Like you brush your teeth, you're brushing the plant. So get in all the nooks and crevices, and you should be able to get off a good amount more of the bugs using the old toothbrush, or preferably a new toothbrush from the store, but you can always use an old one too. So as you can see, I'm brushing the branches, getting in between. There's little spider webs and little aphid webs built up in here. Get any little aphid babies that are in there, because they lay eggs on the bottom sides of your leaves. And then finally, what I'm going to do after I do the toothbrush, so I'm going to do the toothbrush every other day to help get them off the leaves. And then tonight, I'm gonna hit the plant with a little mist, with a little foliar feed. Not foliar feed, but a foliar spray, and it's just gonna be misted water. And I'm gonna try to blast off the rest of those aphids. One tip when you're foliar feeding anything on your leaves, putting any type of water on your leaves, make sure, because it's summertime right now, you don't want to do it in the middle of the day. So whenever you're foliar feeding or anything on your foliage, you want to make sure you're doing it either in the morning or in the evening when the sun ain't up. So it's already afternoon over here, so I'm gonna do the foliar mist later on tonight, and I'll show you how that goes later. All right, we just got done brushing off the leaves. I know I didn't give you a full 360 of the plant before I started. I just thought about that right now. But it's a night and day difference though. Just from plucking off them little leaves and peppers and using that toothbrush on them. Night and day. So yeah, I'm gonna come through with the water mist later on and hopefully try to knock the rest of these off. And then after that, it's just maintaining it and continue doing my IPM regimen that I was lagging on. And this is all the shit we got rid of right here. You can see all the bugs in there. Fucking disgusting. So yeah, it was a pretty bad infestation. That's what they look like. Motherfuckers still crawling around. So yeah, we got rid of a good amount. Now we just gotta discard this shit and get it up out of here. All right, I'll get back with y'all. All right, so it's the evening now. The temperatures have cooled down, so we can foliar spray our plants. I got my foliar sprayer here today, my little 2-gallon. You can also use your water hose too, but as you can see right here, mine's broken. So that's why I'm using my pump sprayer today. So give it a couple pumps and get the spraying. You want to make sure you get underneath the leaves, on top. You want to get the branches, the stems, everything. Just spray them all off. The stock, everything. And like I said, sometimes it's gonna take more than one application. You might have to do this every other day, once a week, twice a week. This is a process. If you got a bad infestation, if you just got a couple here and there, this video is a good guide to help you to prevent these aphids. But yeah, if you got a bad infestation, yeah, every other day, every couple days, give it a good spray. This right here is just water. We don't got no essential oils. We don't got no neem oil, nothing in here. It's just water. Because we're just trying to blast them bugs off. And then in a day or two, we'll come back with the toothbrush and get anything else that we missed. But yep, that's how it's looking right now. I'll hit y'all up on a little update to show y'all how everything's doing. All right, y'all. Till the next one.